The Confederation had seen many species rise and fall across the galaxy. They had witnessed civilizations that built cities from light itself, empires that could fold space like paper, and warriors who could shatter moons with their bare appendages. But they had never encountered anything quite like humanity, and that terrified them. So when intelligence reports confirmed that a single human child possessed abilities that defied every known law of xenobiology, the Confederation Council made their decision. Aaron Vale, age 12, resident of the agricultural colony New Montana, had to be eliminated. Not captured, not studied. Eliminated. The kill squad that descended upon the wheat fields that afternoon consisted of the Confederation's finest, 6 Crethean shock troopers, their exoskeletons gleaming with adaptive camouflage, 3 Vosh assassins, beings of pure shadow who could phase through solid matter, and leading them, Commander Zetharak, a veteran of 43 campaigns who had never failed a mission. They found Aaron exactly where the surveillance drones said he would be. Sitting cross-legged in the tall grass near the irrigation pond, watching the sunset paint the sky in shades of amber and violet. He wore simple clothes, dirt-stained jeans, and a faded shirt. His dark hair moved gently in the evening breeze. He looked utterly ordinary, utterly harmless. Target acquired, Zetharak whispered into his comm unit. Moving to, Aaron turned his head and looked directly at them, despite their cloaking technology. He smiled, not with fear or surprise, but with something that made Zetharak's primary heart skip a beat. Recognition. The boy had been waiting for them. You shouldn't have come, Aaron said softly, his voice carrying across the field with unnatural clarity. Zetharak signaled the attack. The Crethians raised their plasma rifles, targeting matrices locking onto the small figure. The Vosh dissolved into darkness, sliding through dimensions to strike from behind. It was a coordinated assault that had toppled warlords and ended revolutions. Aaron raised one finger, just one finger, pointing skyward in a gesture so simple, so human, that for a moment the entire kill squad hesitated. Then they heard it. A sound that started as a low growl and built into something that made every instinct in their alien bodies scream danger. From the tall grass emerged a creature no larger than a small dog. Its fur was gray and black, its body compact and muscular. It moved with a rolling gait that seemed almost comical. The Confederation soldiers had never seen a honey badger before. They had no database entry for Mellivora capensis. They had no idea what was about to happen to them. The creature's name was Grudge, and Grudge did not care about plasma rifles. The first Crethian fired, a bolt of superheated energy that could melt through starship hull plating. Grudge took the hit directly in the chest, was knocked back 3 feet, shook himself, and charged. His claws, seemingly ordinary claws, tore through the Crethian's exoskeleton like it was tissue paper. The soldier's scream was cut short as Grudge went for the throat with teeth that had evolved to crack open beehives and now found alien flesh far easier to penetrate. Impossible, Zetharak shouted. Focus fire. Bring it down. 5 plasma rifles spoke as one. The air superheated. The grass around Grudge turned to ash. When the smoke cleared, Grudge was still standing. His fur singed but his eyes blazing with a fury that transcended mere animal aggression. This was personal. This was purpose. The Vosh attacked from behind, their shadow forms coalescing into solid blades designed to pierce between dimensions. They struck Grudge simultaneously from 3 angles, blades that could cut through the fabric of reality itself. Grudge caught one Vosh by what might have been its neck, if Vosh had necks in any conventional sense. The creature shrieked in a frequency that shattered the squad's communication devices. Grudge didn't care. He had evolved to hunt cobras and survive their venom. Dimensional assassins were just Tuesday. The second, Vosh, tried to phase away. Grudge somehow grabbed it mid-phase, his claws finding purchase in spaces between spaces. The third Vosh, displaying more wisdom than his companions, attempted to flee. Grudge was faster. Much faster. The remaining Crethians broke formation and ran. It didn't matter. Grudge was already among them. A whirlwind of fur and fury and absolutely zero regards for personal safety. He didn't fight like a trained warrior. He fought like a natural disaster given teeth and claws, like evolution's middle finger to anything that thought it was at the top of the food chain. Commander Zetharak, to his credit, stood his ground. He drew his ceremonial blade, a weapon forged in the heart of a dying star, blessed by warrior priests, and capable of cutting through any known substance. He was a master swordsman. He had trained for 70 cycles. Grudge bit his hand off before he could complete his first swing. Zetharak fell to his knees, staring at the stump of his wrist in disbelief. Grudge stood before him, blood on his muzzle, absolutely unconcerned with the fact that he had just single-handedly destroyed the Confederation's most elite kill squad. Aaron walked over slowly, his finger still raised. He lowered it gently, and Grudge immediately calmed. Padding over to sit beside the boy, Aaron scratched behind the honey badger's ears, and Grudge made a sound that might have been contentment. "I told you," Aaron said to Zetharak. "You shouldn't have come. Humanity doesn't have many rules in war, Commander. But we have one absolute. Never threaten our children. Because if you do, you don't face our soldiers or our weapons. You face what we evolved alongside. You face the animals that made us strong enough to survive Earth." Zetharak looked around at the carnage. At the bodies of the Confederation's finest warriors, scattered across a wheat field on an insignificant colony world. What is that creature?" Aaron smiled. "On Earth, we call him a honey badger. His species has survived everything evolution could throw at them for millions of years. Venom doesn't stop them. Claws don't stop them. Nothing stops them when they decide to fight. We humans learned from them. We learned that the only thing more dangerous than intelligence is intelligence backed by absolute, stubborn refusal to give up." "The Confederation will send more," Zetharak gasped. "I know," Aaron said, "and I'll raise one finger again. And Grudge will be waiting." As Zetharak's vision faded, his last sight was of the human child and the unstoppable creature sitting together in the grass, watching the stars emerge in the darkening sky. And in that moment, the commander understood why humanity terrified the Confederation. It wasn't their technology. It wasn't their weapons. It was simpler than that. Humanity had friends. And those friends didn't know how to quit.